Okay, here we are. So I feel like for this very first episode, we didn't want to overthink this. We just wanted to start. So, I don't know. I think we should just
Get into it.
Yeah, breathe, smile, and go. So this is still here. We're still here, even though it's our first episode. We're here. So what made us want to record right now, do you think?
In this particular moment,
Yeah, like what's this all about?
you know what? I'd rather you go first, I think.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think we're in this magical space right now where our oldest, both of us, our oldest is about to start high school. And we really wanted to kind of record this moment in our life. I think if you ask anybody, it goes by so fast, right? Everybody says you blink and you miss it. And normally you just write all this down, but I hate journaling. But I love reading back in the past in journaling. Like if I ever wrote anything down, I really enjoy reading those things, but I hate writing them. And so that's what I wanted to do. I just wanted to record this moment in time for us starting now, when our oldest is in 8th grade. So we kind of have a time capsule of how we felt and where we're going and what's happening week by week. So we can listen to this at a later time and reminisce or see where we went wrong.
I hope it's not see where we went wrong.
Yeah, no, I hope that's not the case.
There's a possibility of that.
Yeah, there'll be a moment where we're like, there it is. That's the moment.
Got a little too I think we were walking around outside earlier on the ice, and I feel like, because we're in a snowy season right now, and I think it's kind of that same feeling whenever you were stepping down and you were like, I don't want to get too cocky because it could have been ice, and it looked melted. I feel like it's kind of that same thing where it's like, oh, I feel like I've been treading pretty carefully through this phase of life.
Right.
Like, I don't want to get too cocky. There could be a moment where I'm going to slip.
Right, exactly. I mean, we are wholeheartedly recording this for future us to like look back on and see how we felt or who we were. I mean, between the two of us, we have like changed into new people a few times in our friendship. And I just kind of I'm hoping I remember it better now going forward because I'm less of a drunk mess. But I don't know. You lose those little moments. You lose the simple moments. And I feel like now we can record those every week. We can say like, this is what happened. And then when we go back to these, we'll be like, I totally remember that. It was a lost thing that seemed so big at the time and then ended up being like something that you just lose in your memory. So that's what this is for. Why do you feel like this season is worth capturing?
Oh, I mean, I feel like everything we just said, right? That time is so fleeting right now, and everything is constantly in the same way that we have changed so much in the last couple of years. I think our kids have too. And I think it's so much fun capturing kind of every new phase. And especially, I think, because our oldest are getting ready to go into high school. I'm for sure moving into like teenage girl territory. I mean, so like these new transitions, and even in our relationships with our kids, it's shifting into them being people, like full blown people that we get to enjoy, who irritate us and but also make us like the most happy we've ever been. And I love the idea of kind of like capturing every moment of like each phase with them and us as we figure it out.
Right. Yeah. And I think there's been quite a bit of a shift in my relationship with Harrison. I think explaining a little bit about where we are and where we are in our relationships with our kids. Harrison's 14, Henry's 11, but this moment in time, January of 2026, is the first time that Harrison has like sat and talked to me about his personal feelings about other people. You know, I mean, he's just like his dad, that he doesn't like to talk about feelings and he doesn't like to talk about what's going on, but he's laid on the couch.
Not feelings.
I know, because they're robots. But just talking to me about the girls in his class and the boys and who's dating and who's doing all that. He's never done that with me. We've never had that relationship. And I've always been a little bit jealous of moms who feel a little bit jealous of you, who Jones comes down and lays in your bed and talks to you about, you know, who he likes and all this. It's never happened to me until just recently. And it felt a little like middle school, where I was like talking to a boy who wanted to talk to me, and I had to be careful what I said, and, you know, treated a little
because
bit.
it is a middle school boy.
Right, exactly. But like, he's way cooler than I ever was or ever could be. And I don't know, like, it's a little bit like a wild animal that you kind of have to sneak up on and don't scare him away. And so navigating that relationship has been, I mean, the highlight of so many things for me recently, but also a little scary, like, because I don't want to get it wrong. I don't want to, you know, scare him off. Or our family has a weird dynamic where, like, I mean, I'm a little sister, so we show each other that we love it. We show affection by making fun of each other and being kind of mean. And
What?
I know. And it's kind of how our friendship works, which is really funny, because when you try to explain that to people, nobody understands. Like, why are y'all so mean to each other? But it's like how I show affection.
But it's funny.
Yeah, it's good.
It's the safest way to be insulted.
I hope so. I wouldn't make fun of you if I didn't love you.
Is that 100%?
All you people out there that I don't make fun of,
You're not in.
Nope. I'm very kind, and
I don't understand.
my watch doesn't understand that I'm kind to people. Anyway, so still here. This is us. Still here. Still here. 2 girls. No rush. What does that mean to you?
Oh, gosh. You know, I loved it whenever we were kind of going through the names. And then this one did stick out to both of us. And I think in the sense of we've been through so much in our years of friendship, kind of every phase of life, really, I would say, aside from like having children. I think that's the only thing we kind of like really missed out on with each other. But I think it's pretty incredible when we were talking about the different aspects of, you know, still being here. And that's parenting, that's relationships, that's our friendship, that's the phases of life. It's everything. Like we're still here, and we're still like living life. We're still enjoying life. We're enjoying our children. We're raising children. I mean, there's just so many different aspects that I love, that, you know, that no matter what and through it all, that we are both here together. Still here, still doing it.
Right. Yeah. No, same. For me, it means so many different things. Like, we're still here together. We're still here flying by the seat of our pants. We're still here. I mean, we've both gone through such hard things together. And we're still here. Like, I mean, I've gone through 500,000 billion friendships. But like, not us. Like, we're still here. We're still here together. I am actually still here. It's just so many things. Like, we can get deep and dark over what that means, or we can, you know, stay light and fluffy. That like, we're still here and we're still smiling. So that's what it means to me. There's so many different layers, like so many things that it means to me personally. So this is a big one for you.
Oh.
How does life feel lately?
A big one for me. Thank you for that lead in.
Yeah. Hey, we're open and honest. Honesty, not details.
Okay. honesty and not details. So life lately feels like a little bit of an emotional roller coaster. You know, a lot of highs and some not as low as the lows have been in years past. But, you know, I mean, I think trying to navigate a new season of life and dating after divorce and, you know, there's baggage there. And I think that trying to unpack baggage and stuff that you don't really realize and things that you thought about yourself that you realize that aren't necessarily true is really hard trying to navigate. And so I just think in between the craziness of life, then trying to navigate emotions and feelings that I'm not used to, it's been really tricky. So it's been a pretty extreme emotional roller coaster, which, you know, because you get all of the text messages whenever I'm spiraling.
I thought you were about to cry, and I was like, oh God, not here.
No, not feelings.
We can't have feelings here.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. So hate to steal your thunder. For me, life has been really good. I do think that you and I
Fine.
go through opposite roller coasters, which I don't know how it aligns so perfectly so well. When the two of us go through something really hard at the same time, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know. Like, life has been, I feel like I'm closer to John than I've ever been. I feel like we're more in sync than we've ever been, but I think that leaves me with capacity to be there, for you when you let me. And so I don't know, but I do think like every time one of us trips and falls, the other one is in like the right place to be there. I don't know, but I also don't know any time that we've ever both been like really happy at the same time. So, I don't know. I'll be looking forward to that time.
I was about to say that'll be fun.
Yeah.
When it does happen, it'll be great.
Yeah. So what feels steady for you right now?
Us?
Yeah. That same. I mean, I don't know that I ever don't feel steady with us. Even when John and I don't feel connected so great. I don't know, but I also I feel steady with John all the time. Like, even when we don't feel great, I don't ever question that like something bad's going to happen. I have in the past, but like for a consecutive couple years, I think, and out of 15 years, I don't know that that's a good thing, but like, yeah. But I don't know. I think you and I have like gone over a milestone. I don't know when that happened.
I would think that's a fair statement.
Yeah. I don't know when it happened, but in the point where, and I think you and I both are leery of relationships in general. I think I guess I have a lot more years on you. And so maybe by the time you reach my age, you'll be where I'm at. But I'm
just a baby.
Yeah, it's true. Like, not even the same generation. But I do think I have a lot more confidence in my ability to be a contributing partner to a relationship. Did I PC say that well enough?
Yeah, I feel like a little stab at me, but that's fine.
Brooke made me cry at lunch today, everyone, just so you know.
She also said she was going to punch me in the face.
I said I would.
Said you would.
If it came down to it.
If it came down to it.
I didn't say that I'm going to, but if it solved a problem.
But she would.
I wholeheartedly would. All right. So what feels unfinished, but not urgent?
I don't know. You go first on this one. I got to think about that for a second.
Okay. For me, I know that you're very confident in your mom skills. And I also think that you and your kids have gone through a much harder season or a much harder life than I have, but I'm not as confident as in the decisions that I make for my kids. And I don't know, I just I think that feels unfinished for me, like gaining that confidence, but also doesn't feel urgent because I don't want to rush it. Like I don't want to be like, okay, check that box, I'm confident now. But I like legitimately have no idea what I'm doing. I don't know if I make the right choices. I don't know if letting my kids make certain decisions for themselves is the best thing to do, or like the amount of freedom that I give them versus the freedom I don't give them. Like, I don't know the right balance of that. And it really, I don't know, that I didn't have a very strong parental presence in my life. Can I say that? My brother,
when you were younger.
Yeah, when
now.
I was yes, I do. When my brother and I, like when we were growing up, like we had really strict rules, but our parents weren't super involved. And so I don't know if I'm overcompensating for that. And then as the pendulum swings, doing more damage to my kids. But I don't know. They'll have a savings account for therapy. I'll pay for all the therapy they need to get past my parenting.
I mean, I think what's hard is I think that's what we're all doing, right? Like we're all just making things up as we go. So, I mean, like, I don't think that there's any way to say that anybody's doing parenting great. I know that there's terrible parents out there. So I know that I'm at least better than those people.
Right.
Gosh. Okay. Say the question again.
It was, what feels unfinished but not urgent?
I don't know. I mean, everything feels urgent in my brain. So, unfinished. I mean, I think, so we just went to lunch and I just vented about all of my feelings and emotions. And I feel like I'm not finished processing, just getting hit with, the death of my dad and divorce kind of all in one go. I think I've not finished processing all of those emotions and learning to grow, but I feel very urgent on it. And I feel very irritated with myself that I'm not there already. So I don't know. I mean, it feels urgent. I don't know what else feels unfinished. My house. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm redoing my house, but that's not urgent, but I guess that'd be it for me. Like, but it's urgent. I feel the need to be done with that, with, dealing with all of those feelings and growing. I feel like I should be past all of that.
Yeah. I wish I had like better advice, but I haven't been through that. So I
Other
don't
than
think
punching me in the face.
Yeah.
This is what you were going to hit me for.
That's my resolution, but I also haven't gone through that. So I don't know. Like, and to be clear, I said I would punch you in the face if it would make it all go away.
That is what you said.
Yeah. I don't think you deserve a punch in the face, but if I could punch you in the face and it would work.
It would work.
And you would get through this. But I also this isn't an experience that I have. So it's been hard to navigate your best friend trying to get through something that I don't know anything about. But I also so that's my advice, is I'd punch you in the face. No, I just, I don't think that there's a time limit on it though. Like, I don't think that it's been too long or it's urgent. I mean, you have to get through it. It's just a process. And nobody could say like in 4 years, 2 months and 7 days, you're going to be through it. Like,
I mean, that'd be great. Yeah. I mean, if your punch to the face would do it, I would take it.
Yeah. But you've got to it's just a process, and it takes different amount of time for anybody. And so rushing it is only going to make it longer, is in my experience. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Sit and feel it. Fix it, Brooke.
Stop yelling at me, Ginger.
All right. So what is this? Moving on, because I don't want to talk about that anymore. What is this season asking of us?
This season is asking for patience.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I would think. Patience with my kids, patience with my ex-husband, patience with my family. I mean, just like every season just feels like, okay, be patient. Like, you're going to get through this one day at a time. I mean, it's a busy season.
Yeah.
Like, our lives are like really busy.
Yeah. I keep thinking like it's going to be okay because it's only here so long and then we're going to miss it. All the friends that we have that their kids have like gone to college or are out of college, they're like, you're going to miss this time. And I'm like, I can't wait to miss this time. I mean, seriously, like every single day, like it's drop them off and pick them up and then take them to the next place and go to the thing and then be there and be present and encourage them to get involved in
everything,
more things, to take up more time. Like, but it's temporary.
Yes.
This too shall pass.
Which is why it requires patience to just kind of go, okay, take a deep breath. It'll be fine. What about you?
This season is asking, yeah. I mean, it's like, I really feel so my goal for 2026 is to, I mean, I wrote it down. It's like my North Star. I'm building the life that I want to live. Mm-hmm. Not that I don't want to live. Like, my life's great. I love my life, but this year is like a big building year. Like, I'm enrolled at UC San Diego for our business. I'm enrolled at Texas Tech for mine and John's farm we're going to have. Like, we're going to grow grapes. And it's like this year my kid's about to start high school. We're starting the process of like getting him ready to go to college, or at least start that process. And then my youngest is starting middle school. Like, it's just a lot. Like, this season is, but I think this is all going to be a lot because it's going to pay off in the end. Right. And so I think this is like one of my busiest years of foundation planning, if that makes sense. Right. Like, I'm building the foundation for all these things that are going to be amazing in my life. And so that's the work I'm doing this season. That's like, but I like it all. I mean, none of it's
a great season.
Yeah. None of it's a beat down. All of it's very interesting and very fun. And starting this podcast, I mean, like, it's cool. Like, this is going to be the beginning of this thing that we get to look back on. And so this moment in time is basically like the beginning of all these different things that I'm like super excited about. So, I think this season is asking a lot of work for me, but it's all things that I'm enjoying and things that I like to do. So, I'll probably be tired at the end of the year.
Yeah, right. You'll be tired and then you're going to be like,
I have no idea.
What's next? Now we're going to do this.
Yeah. Well, and then
I'll go, okay.
Yeah. And then we'll move into a place and together after our husbands die, and
I got to find one first.
Live happily ever after. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how all that works. So what are we learning how to hold differently?
Oh, how to hold differently?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's a good question.
Yeah.
I mean, I would probably, for me, go with my kids. So Virginia's 10, she'll be 11 this year. She's had a pretty rough start to the school year. We're navigating that pretty well, but it's been a big learning curve on how to handle her differently. Ruby's 12, so teenage girl. Oh my gosh, tread lightly. is there.
Tread lightly with Ruby her entire life.
Yeah. I mean, she's just, man, I love her and she's so sweet, but she's so scary.
She is
I don't look, even if there's like a day that comes and she hears this, like, it doesn't matter. Like, the things that she comes up with in her brain, it's a little bit terrifying. And I often like find myself just being like, I'm so glad that she likes me right now. Cause like, I'm scared what she's going to say to me, like the day that like flips.
Yeah. It's very scary to talk to her. I mean, you know, when you like talk to the like people who are older than you and you're intimidated by them, that's how I feel like when I talk to Ruby. I'm always like, how's your day? Yeah, that's cool. Like, and every single time without fail, I don't know why, but I'm like, do you like my hair? Do you like my pants? Like, I just need a compliment.
Oh, a compliment from Ruby is like a real thing though.
Yeah. My love language is validation, but I know from Ruby, it's like real, where I'm like, do you like my pants? And she's like, no. And I'm like,
there was one day and I don't know what I did. I upset her and I knew that I did. And we were trying to get dressed. I think we were going to church and we were trying to get ready. And I walked out and I was like, well, what do you think about this outfit? And she just turned and like looked me up and down and goes, I liked the other one better. And I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, okay, yeah. I'm going to go change. Like, she's like the cool girl, right? That like, yeah, I need her approval. Like if she doesn't approve, then I can't do it.
Well, and it's like devastating when I'm like, I got my hair like colored today. Do you like it? She's like, I mean, it's all right. I'm like, oh
yeah. I mean, that's,
I got to go get it recolored tomorrow.
That's if she speaks to you.
I know. So. True. Sometimes it's just a face or sometimes it's like, yeah. And I'm like, score.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I mean, like between the girls and then Jones at 14, I mean, it's just, there's a lot of learning curves right now, like this new season of their personalities and like coming out of the last few years. Like it's a lot to try to figure out.
Yeah. Yeah. For me, it's my kids for sure. I just like, holding them in my life differently. Right. I don't really have that blurred line with like being friends with your kids and being their parent. I don't know whoever said like you shouldn't be your kid's friend, but I don't know. My kids are like some of my closest friends, but it's because we are so close that like when I'm having anxiety, I can tell my kids and, you know, I mean, they are like my best friends, but I also like, they're not allowed to have an attitude with me. Right. I mean, they are my closest friends. Our family, our like family union, we're like really good friends. We like to hang out with each other. We like to do these things, but also like the other night when we went to the school with the boys and Harrison was, you know, I don't know, kind of being a dick. Like, and so we got home and we had dinner and we were sitting at the table and I was like, look, man, I'm just going to tell you like,
oh, that was the freshman thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So was mine. Jones is in a mood too.
Yeah. And Harrison didn't want to go, but he wanted me to go for him. And I was like, dude, I'm not.
Yeah.
No, like this
isn't going to high school.
This isn't for me. Like this is for you. I'll go with you. But I don't know. We're sitting at the dinner table and I was like, hey man, like I'm telling you up front, this attitude is about to get you in trouble. Like so you can either fix it or we can go down that other path. Like your call. And he was like, sorry, I was a dick. And I was like, okay, cool. Like, you know, but I don't know. I don't know how else to handle that. I feel like if you were ever being shitty to me, I would be like, hey, why are you being shitty? And you'd be like, oh, I didn't realize that that's what's happening and I'm going to not be shitty anymore. And I just feel like I have the same relationship with my kids. Like they are like some of my closest friends, but they also know that I make the rules and you can't be a jerk to me.
Right. Yeah.
So I don't know, that part of parenting is not hard for me. I don't know where my kids got all the respect for me. 'Cause again, flying by the seat of my pants, but I also am very clear with my kids on that part that I don't know what I'm doing. Like my kids are very much aware that I'm trying the best that I can, but I also don't know if like when they get in trouble, how I handle the situation is the best way to handle it. And I'm honest with them in that moment where, I mean, Harrison got into some trouble and I was like, I don't know how to handle this. Like, I don't know what to do. And then I involve him kind
That's
of in
because
that.
Harrison's never been in trouble before.
Well,
So it's probably the first time.
Big trouble that one time. And I told him, and I was like, I don't know how to handle this situation. I don't really know what I'm doing here, but like, you're in so much trouble and you can't be doing this. And it was almost like I don't know, it was a moment in our relationship where I think he really saw me as like, I'm trying to make the best choices here, but I don't even know what the options are. Mm-hmm. And so I don't know if that like made us closer or him like not respect me as much, or
I think it makes you real. It makes you into, and I think it's like what you've always said about me with my kids, that my kids care about as long as I'm happy.
Right.
That we have such a good relationship. I think it's the same thing. Your kids care. Like, they see that you're a real person with feelings and emotions and thoughts, and it makes them respond in the same way. I mean, when you're sitting there going, I don't really know, they don't really know either. So they realize that, okay, we're working through this together. And I think that's the most you can do as a parent, is to just say, like, we're doing this and we're doing it together.
Right.
I don't know what I'm doing. You don't know what you're doing.
Right.
Let's have a conversation so we can come to an agreement.
Yeah. But ultimately, like, I make the rules. But yeah, I mean, I think back when I was a kid and how much I thought my mom she thought she knew what she was doing, but she had no idea because she couldn't relate to me because I was, going through something she'd never gone through before. And it's like with my kids, that's actually true because I didn't have like social media. My kids don't have social media, but I couldn't text my friends. I didn't have group texts and, I didn't have these video games that you could get on and like talk to people. And I don't know how to navigate that because I didn't navigate that as a kid. I don't know how to do that. And so I don't know what the rules should be or, like I also I want my kids to be put in some situations where they have to make the right choice. It's not just not available, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Okay. Do you want to move on?
Yeah. You're a good parent though.
Yeah. Oh, thanks. You're a good mom too. Okay. Our friendship. What makes this friendship feel safe for you?
Okay. So for me, I think pretty early on in our friendship, I'm not gonna, honesty, not details.
Right.
There was a situation where I, saw you at one of your lowest points, something that had happened to you. And then I think a few years ago, kind of same for me, that I think I had kind of hit, one of the hardest things in my entire life. And you were there. You were the only one that showed up. And, I just think that when you go through some pretty hard lows, which we have done together, I don't know. I just think it builds and it turns into something that you've already seen me at my worst, and that, there's not really anything that I can do now. I've already shown you all of those sides of me. I've seen sides of you where it's just like, there's not really anything. I think we talk about it pretty often, that there's really not anything that either one of us can do at this point in time to kind of, push the other one away. It doesn't mean that we don't get frustrated or anything like that. But I think we've also opened up the door to be able to have the freedom to say what we need to say to each other.
Right.
And to be honest with each other. And I think, I know especially for me, what first comes to mind is just dating over the last year and a half. You've told me plenty of times, I don't like this, I don't agree with that, but I support you. I don't think that you should settle for this, but I support you. At every point in time that you didn't agree with something, you were very honest, but you still supported me. And I think like that's like the most that you can hope for in any sort of a relationship, is the freedom to be yourself and to say what you want to say without fear of repercussion or anything like that. And so like, I just think we've seen all of the things, and that just provides like an incredible sense of security.
Yeah, same. I think, I don't know if I had to like put a word to it. It's like, I trust you. Like, I trust that you're defending me in rooms that I'm not in. You know, I don't have any worries.
Heck, you defended me against myself earlier today.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you do say kind of bad things about yourself, and I don't like that. And I'm just like, stop talking bad about my friend. Like, that's not a thing that, yeah, I mean, I think, I don't know a person in our lives that has the balls to talk bad about either one of us to the other one. Like, I think everyone's well aware, but I also think like, I don't know, I don't have any, even when we're in a moment where things aren't vibing so well, it never crosses my mind that we're not going to be friends. And I think I have these two relationships, right? Like I feel that same way in my marriage, that there's not anything that can happen or can be said or can do to make this not a thing. And I think that's the thing that feels the safest. I do think I could say things that hurt your feelings, and you could say things that hurt my feelings. But I don't ever worry about us not being friends. And I think that's what makes this feel safe. I know that we both have every intention of continuing this forever. So nobody's going to intentionally do anything to like hurt the other one.
When I think of I think it was over the summer, I had my feelings hurt by something that you had said that was not intentional to hurt my feelings, but it did hurt my feelings. But then I got really nervous because I wanted to talk to you about it, but you were going out of town. And I knew that if I told you before you went out of town that you were going to be stressed because you were going to be gone for a while. But it's that whole thing, right? Where it's like, I didn't want you to then be
right
upset or have that be something that was weighing on you when you're getting ready to go and like have this incredible vacation with your family. I think it's that same thing where we both like can look at the situation, even if our feelings are hurt. I know you just were upset about something on my behalf. Like you were upset because of something that you felt was happening to. I mean, it's that kind of thing where it's like, I'm not really upset and I'm more concerned about your feelings now in this moment than I am about my feelings being hurt. And I think like that's what's so nice is that it's really, you know, whenever one of us is upset, it's really kind of like at circumstances.
Right.
But
yeah, no, it's funny. Like at lunch today, me being upset and crying is about the way you feel about yourself, right? Like that hurts my feelings, that it hurts my feelings about your self-perception. And I mean, I think that's what it is. I think like it's this mutual respect of like, I don't know. I've never had that really in a friendship. I've never had like this certainty in a friendship before. And I think it's like opened up so much space in my life for other things, for me to experience other things, for me to like move brain power to other things is this like exhale of not worrying about this. And I've been told that I have abandonment issues, and
what?
I know. And so professionally I've been told that. And so I just think like having that taken off my like brain plate has been really helpful in the rest of my life.
I think what's really sweet is I think there was one day, I think it was pretty early on whenever Justin and I were first kind of dating, because I know that you two were still kind of texting back and forth and trying to check in with each other or whatever. But I remember that there was one text conversation and I was telling him, and I think I was talking about you, and I was like, she's this and she's that and she's incredible and all of these things. And he just texted back and he was like, that's really funny. He goes, because that's literally almost word for word what she said about you. But I loved it because I just thought, you know, I mean, that is how we feel about each other. And that's just, it's so nice that I know that I can say all of these things and I know that you feel the exact same way.
Right. Yeah. For context, I introduced them. Justin was my friend. I wasn't texting Brooke's boyfriend just for fun.
No.
Anyway, okay. So, what do we want this space to protect?
Memories?
Yeah. I didn't have an answer, but that's a good answer. Like, yeah, I want it to protect. That's the whole point, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that we're protecting our memories here, that like, so we can go back and listen and remember where we were, what we look like. And
Before there were jowls.
Yeah. I feel like my chin and my neck are the same color in this, so you can't tell anything. It's perfect. Or I have no chin.
It's there.
Yeah. But no, that's a good answer. I like that answer.
Thank you.
That's perfect.
I do have good thoughts sometimes.
Sometimes.
Not all the time.
All right. So we're not rushing anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what we're not rushing, what are we intentionally not rushing right now?
This phase of kids.
Yeah.
I mean, I love it. I think because you said earlier about Jones coming down, because he does. He'll come down to my room and he'll spend 2 hours, 3 hours, just like he'd sit in a chair. I'd lay in my bed and we would just talk. I mean, that's slowed down a little bit now, but I love that. And I don't want to rush through this phase with him, with Ruby, with Virginia. I mean, it's so incredible, I think, to like watch your kids grow up. And I feel like every time I look at them and I'm like, oh, I like them. I did that. Like I made that person that way. And I'm like, and that's really cool. And I just love the idea of like just sitting and really enjoying this space. Cause I know that the next stages of life are going to be maybe like more of a pullback from kids as they turn into teenage, like when they get their cars and they start driving.
Right.
And then it's me college. I mean, like, so I feel like this time that we have left is so limited.
Yeah.
That I really just want to like soak it up and enjoy every single hectic, frustrating moment.
Yeah, it's funny because it's a little contradictory, right? We're like, oh my God, when is this going to be over? But it's true. Like, it's so fast, and it's the whole point of this thing, right? Is that we wanted to like slow this down because the parts that I love are going to go so fast. And yeah, I mean, it's the moments that they talk to us and they, yeah, I mean, it's just both my kids kind of think I'm still a little bit cool. If you asked them, they would say no, but I think that they do right now. And I want to remember what this feels like. I want to remember like how close we are. And, you know, when they're both in high school and they both think I'm stupid, like I want to look back at this and be like, that one time I remember.
Oh, he liked me that one
that
day.
one time when I wore that shirt, that was the day. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I want to remember this time. I want to remember this moment that, they're so little. We did that challenge where it's like, where you hold your baby for the last time. And I picked up my kids and like, both of them were like, oh, I don't want to do this. And I'm like, no, when they record, look at me and say, will you hold me? Or can I hold you? And they did it, and they both had an attitude while they did it. But I did it, and I picked them up, and they were like, "Are we done now?" At the end of the video, and I'm like, "I don't care. I still got it. I can do it with the sound off.
Done.
I'll never know." They all were jerks about it, but whatever. I still did it. What are we letting take its time?
You go first.
I think, I mean, like, again, like my kids, right? Like letting them take their time doing the things, like figuring things out. I do think that I give my kids a lot of space to be who they are and make their own choices a little bit, right? Like pushing Henry to take the classes that I think he should take, but ultimately, like, I'm letting him make that call. Harrison too, right? Like what I think he should, his like second language, I think should be something, and he's picking something, and I'm like, but that doesn't make any sense. But I mean, like, I don't know, not really designing their lives the way that I think they should be.
That's hard.
Yeah. But like letting them be interested in the things that they, and man, if there is any kind of advice I can give for anyone with your, like, you have to learn to be interested in the things that they're interested in.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we spend so much time with Harrison around orchestra stuff that, like, I don't know. That's not my thing. Like, I don't enjoy it. But we get in the car, Harrison puts the music
That's all
on.
they talk about.
Listen to this song. And I've completely zone out. I have no idea what I just listened to. He's like, how did that song make you feel? And I was like, I don't know. Sad. And then he was like, yeah, me too.
Empty.
Yeah, I just have to like choose a word. And yeah, and I have no idea because that's not my jam. And, but lacrosse, never knew anything about lacrosse. And now I'm like legitimately a sports mom yelling at kids on the field, yelling at referees about a sport I don't even know how it works.
You're bringing in other moms because we're about to start.
I know. And but I yell at the referees and I don't know the rules. So it's just like when everybody else is like,
parent.
That's a bad call. I'm like, yeah, because I have no idea. I don't know what the call was or what happened or
Was there even a call?
was it against us? I don't know. Everybody on my team's yelling. So like, you're stupid. Like, I have no idea. But I'm like, but Henry doesn't know that. I wear the shirt. I got my chair. I got my little wagon with all the things. Like, I'm showing up and I'm participating and he like loves it. And I don't know, like getting up early in the morning and going by Starbucks to get our drinks and go to an early morning game. Like, I mean, that's the magic, right? Mm-hmm. Like, do I like going to practice 3 times a week? No. Do I wish I was doing anything else besides that? Yes. But like the ride to the game, especially when they're far away, love it. Mm-hmm. Especially when it's just the two of us. Like John's at some regatta with Harrison. I'm doing lacrosse with Henry. It's like the best time. I mean, it's a magic time. I love it so much. That's when he like talks to me about real stuff. So I'll take it any day that I can. Do you have anything for that?
Yeah, tell me the question again. I kind of forgot.
What are we letting take its time?
Oh, okay. So I don't know that I'm letting it take its time. I think I'm trying to learn how to, which is, I think processing things that I was conditioned in my divorce. I think I'm trying to learn how to kind of rethink and process things, which has been like really tricky. I think you don't really realize how much you're kind of brainwashed, I almost want to say, is what it feels like. But there's so much there that you have to kind of learn how to unpack after like 15 years.
Right.
And so I think I'm trying, sometimes I'm much more successful. This weekend, I was not at all. And I completely let it all take over. But I'm trying to learn how to let that take its time. I mean, it's going to take time, which I do know logically, but I do get really irritated with myself because I feel like it should be done. But, that's a process.
Yeah. Just text your best friend. She'll tell you that you're wrong and stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah. And want to punch you in the face.
Yeah. But man, the amount of text messages that I get that are like, you're so stupid, but I love you so much.
I'm here to support you though.
It's a lot.
But stop being stupid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop saying bad things about my friend.
Well,
all right.
I don't know what to do on that one.
No. You're like the meanest one to her. Anyway. All right. Looking forward. What do we hope this space becomes?
What do we hope it becomes?
Mm-hmm.
I hope it becomes a space of complete honesty, openness. I mean, I want all the feelings. I want this to be a place where I can tell you everything. I want to cry if I feel like I need to cry. I love laughing. I think we laugh through a lot of our things more than we cry, even though we both cried at lunch today, specifically. You more than me, but it's okay.
I cry a lot.
You are a crier.
I don't want to be.
It's so funny to me that you are such a big crier.
Nobody thinks I am.
I know, because you're so like tough and hard and like in your face all the time, but then you're also like the biggest crybaby.
I know, it's true. I don't want to be.
I
don't ever cry on purpose. I'm always like, okay, I'm going to cry. And it's not cute. I don't cry pretty.
Nobody cries pretty.
Yeah, it sucks. But I don't want to cry. But no, I do all the time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Yeah.
So what's your answer?
Yeah, I hope this space becomes somewhere easy that we look forward to, that is, I don't know. I love this. I love that we're doing this. It still feels a little awkward for me. I just want it to be a space that we have no expectations. Like, I'm not trying to make this funny. I'm not trying to make this entertaining. I'm trying really hard to just be honest, and as descriptive as I possibly can to my like future self. I want her to be proud of this, proud that we did this. I do think this is a space that in this moment in time that I'm newly able to do something like this. I don't think in the past, if we were to try this, I feel like this is a moment in time that I can be honest, brutally honest about my life and my feelings without being embarrassed. Because I feel confident in where I am and what we're doing and who we are, instead of trying to put on a face of.
Yeah, that's a really good way to say that.
Yeah, like I couldn't have been this honest in the past, because my life was not what I wanted it to be or where I wanted it to be, or I wasn't who I wanted to be, and I didn't even have a clear path of who I wanted to be. And I don't think that this person who I am was who I wanted to be. This is what came out of that, and I'm proud of her.
As you should be.
Yeah, I mean, I want this to be brutally honest, with who I am and what my life is, and I couldn't have done that in the past. And so that's what I hope this space becomes. I hope it's more happy than sad, but I also am not putting on a face. It's going to be sad at some point. It's going to be hard. Everything's not rainbow and sunshine. And so we're going to have those hard spaces, but I want to hold room for those and be honest with, I mean, we have a schedule for this. It's supposed to happen on a certain day at a certain time, but sometimes on that day at that time, we're not going to be in a place to do this. And I hope that we still do. I hope we still take that moment to record what we're feeling in that space and time, to be real and be honest. So future us knows that, we took the good with the bad.
Yeah.
That's my hope. What do we want to avoid turning this into?
Ew. Scripted.
Yeah. For me, it's a production.
Yeah.
I'm not planning on getting anything out of this. I'm not planning on this becoming anything. And so I never want this to be a production. Like, I never want this to be for an audience. This is for us. This is for our kids. I mean,
Well, it's 100% in the moment
Right.
response. Like, I don't want it to be, I mean, I know that you even like get these prompts before. I didn't see them. You
Right.
just glance at them. So like, this is not like I don't want this to be like, okay, let's talk about this specifically. And then this is going to lead into this.
right.
Like, this needs to just be like in the moment, what our thoughts are, how we feel about that specific thing, whether it's good or bad.
Right. I really want this to be a record of our journey. And I hope that it relates to people. I hope my kids enjoy listening to it eventually. I would love for my kids to go to college and binge listen to me talk about what little jerks they were this whole time, or how amazingly proud I am of them, or, you know, this one time that they made me feel this way when they didn't know that it affected me in any way. I just didn't think they were mature enough for me to tell them.
Right.
I want them to know the real me. As adults, I want adult them to actually know me instead of what I'm trying to get them to perceive. I do think we put on a face for our kids. My kids think that I'm brave and can handle anything, and I'll protect them at all cost, which I will, but I'm terrified. Right. And I want them as an adult to hear that and know that I don't have it all figured out and I don't know the answers and I just tried the best I could. So I'm sorry you're in therapy now.
You want them to know that without having to read a journal.
Yes. Yeah. Find a journal in my attic somewhere when I'm dead. No, I want them to like hear me say these things and watch me say these things and know that I like unconditionally love them, but also like I'm trying the best I can. Like I'm figuring it out as I go. So like also when they're parents, like when they become parents, they're not so intimidated about not knowing what to do. I think that's important. I think it's important for all parents to know, like, if anyone looks like they have it all together or they tell you they know what they're doing, they're probably worse off than any of us. So how do you want this to feel when we like hit the record button? Like what do you want to feel when we start one of these?
I mean, ideally, I would be excited. You know, I mean, I do like the idea. Number one, I'm always up for scheduled time with you. So like, oh no, don't tell me I have to sit down and talk to my best friend for an hour. Like, oh, please don't.
Right.
I don't know. Like I want to be excited to have something to say. I want to talk about whether, like we've just said, right? Like whether it's good or bad. I always like the conversation. And so like I always, you know, I mean, I want to be excited about it. I want to look forward to it. I want to be excited to share for future me, for my kids to, I mean, whoever hears this, it's like, you know, I just want people to know that like this is as real and as honest as it can be in the moment. And I think that there's something like really great and really fun about that. So.
Yeah. Yeah, same. I want to feel like, I mean, it's like when we spend a couple or a few days apart and haven't talked or texted, it's like as soon as I sit down, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have so much to tell you.
Yeah.
Like, and we've also said that, like, it's weird that we never run out of things to say. Like, I mean, it's been what, 7 years? And I don't know how we haven't heard all of the things, but
well, we also went to lunch today for 2 hours and talked for 2 hours at lunch.
Right.
And then
before this.
So
yeah, I mean, it's just, it surprises me, but I love that feeling where I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to tell you this, or we need to talk about this. And so I'm looking forward to that. I'm also, when we first started this, I remember saying, I don't ever want to be like, we've got to save that for the podcast, or like, I have something for but when that happened, I was like, oh my gosh, I want to talk about this. I want to tell you this and I want to record it. Like, it's not because I think it's entertaining. It's because like, this is a moment in time that I want to remember. And so it's those things. And so I kind of want to not be so I want to save this for the podcast because it's not for performance, but it's more for like, this is a moment that I want to remember. And so like, let's record this. And so let's record this conversation. So I'm going to wait to tell you about this until like the conversation. And so, I don't know. I think that's a little bit of a change in my, thinking of how I want to do this or how I want to navigate this whole thing is, I do want to save things.
Sorry, I'm not yawning.
Sorry, I'm boring you.
Just trying to breathe. So sorry.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like, that's all
Was that the last question?
yeah, that was the last question.
Are we done? Do we have to stop talking now?
I mean, we don't have to. Do you have anything else that you would like to add?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. No, I feel like this feels good. I'm excited about all the things, we're about to get into some really fantastic moments in our life with our kids, but also, you know, you're in a pretty exciting moment in your life. And so
when I'm not freaking out.
Yeah. But I mean, like, I don't know if this all works out the way that I think it will, this would be a perfect time to start this, in the very beginning. And so,
yeah, I mean, I think like what you said earlier, that we've both not been like doing really great kind of at the same time. And I think that that's going to be like, I feel like we're heading in that direction. Like, I feel like that's the next phase of life for the two of us, is to be like both kind of on the high side of life.
right. At the same time.
The school is calling.
Oh, I bet they canceled school for tomorrow.
School.
They called me too. Great. All right. Well, this feels like a good place.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're still here.
Still here.